Hello and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we will take a look at the relationship between Canada and China. Uh, the left side is going to represent the energies coming from Canada, the right will represent China, and we're going to look at the current situation. Then we're also going to look at the hindering factors, the opportunities, and the final outcome as well. So I hope you're going to enjoy this reading with me. So let's get started with Canada. The first card we have is the Tower, which indicates a major disruption, an upheaval, or some kind of a revelation. This is a card that indicates that the old structures are crumbling and everything that they built up is practically collapsing. This is kind of like when the relationship is foundationally falling apart. This can be a shake-up in a diplomatic way, or economically, or policy. What's really important here that from Canada's end, the relationship is crumbling, and the approach, whatever they had in the past, is not going to work. They need to find new ways to build up this relationship because the relationship is practically collapsing. The next card from Canada's side, we do have here the Ace of Cups, which is a card of new beginnings, new chapters, kind of like a healing, renewal, and peace, offering peace, or even reconciliation. So I think that kind of shows that Canada is open to start fresh, or show goodwill, or kind of show China that, okay, yes, things are collapsing, but we're kind of offering you peace, that let's build up whatever we had in the past, or something new. Now the next card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is a card of finances, prosperity, securing the future, generational stability, the economy, trade, national values as well. So very important factor here to kind of, okay, let's focus on the economy, let's focus on building a relationship that is providing wealth for both sides, and on a multiple generational perspective as well. So all in all, I think they're looking into how they can, Canada is focusing on how they can build this relationship up that's going to bring financial stability. The bottom of the deck from Canada's end, we do have here the King of Cups. So King of Cups is a card of leadership, diplomacy as well, and an emotionally mature, calm leadership. So I think Canada is trying to be very balanced, composed, and diplomatic, even when things are very turbulent, because you need to kind of look at him that he is pretty much in the middle of the ocean, and he's very stable. So I think Canada is really trying to be cool, calm, and collected, and I think with that Six of Swords showing that they're going to be able to go into a more stable environment with that. So diplomacy might be really key. So what we can see here is that Canada is going through, or has gone through, with a significant change or shake-up when it comes to its relationship with China, but it also seeks to respond to it with emotional intelligence and build up the relationship that kind of with a focus on long-term stability and long-term perspective. Now let's see what do we have from China's end. The first card we have for China is the World, which is a card of success, a card of achieving all of your goals, completion, fulfillment, and of course it indicates the world, the influencing the world stage. So China is looking at themselves as a powerful player on the world stage and an international stage. Like obviously the world is all about influencing the world as well, and and international matters. Then the next card is the Tower. So very interesting. You remember we had the Tower on the Canada's end, but we also have it on China's end. So both countries had the Tower. And it kind of shows that the upheaval, the disruption in the relationship is mutual. Not only Canada has that fact that the relationship is crumbling, but even China has it. So I think the relationship is mutually in shambles. It is crumbling on both ends. Now the next card we have here is the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is a very, very fast moving energy, very assertive, ready to go to battle, get things done. And maybe this kind of indicates that China is not thinking strategically enough, or they're not planning enough. They just kind of want to act quickly, assertively, and defensively. So there's a very, very fast and assertive energy, and also communication. Now at the bottom of the deck we do have the Emperor, which is somebody who's very strong, authoritative, and influential as well. Somebody who is controlling a situation. So I think China is in a very, very strong and firm position when it comes to dealing with Canada. I think they are able to influence and control the situation, and you can kind of see with the Magician under that they have all the tools that they need to do it. So I think it kind of shows that China is very strong and actually dominant in this relationship when it comes to Canada. So I kind of getting some influence there because the Emperor is really, really strong and a powerful player. So obviously when you kind of look at the China, and China is navigating a major change as well when it comes to Canada, but they're actually responding to it with speed, strength, and holding tightly to its authority and position as a global leader as well. Now let's see the current situation between the two countries. The first card we have is the Seven of Cups. So this is a card of illusion, confusion, a lot of choices when you don't know which one to go with, because you just don't know what's going to be the final outcome if you choose something. So it kind of shows that there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of conflicting narratives that are kind of in the air right now. The next card showing the current situation is the Fool, which kind of shows obviously a new beginning, a leap of faith, taking risk, and also a desire to start new. But I think there's definitely a lack of clarity here in terms of how to do it. But also we have here the Six of Swords, which we kind of had on at the bottom of the deck under the King of Cups. It shows that they want to move away from conflict and transition to calmer waters, leave the difficulties, leave the challenges behind. So all in all, I think what we can see that both sides want to have a fresh start. They want to have a new approach, but I don't think they know how to do it with that Seven of Cups, because there's some kind of a risk, but there's a potential here to leave the difficulties, the challenges behind, but they need to have more clarity and they need to make a decision or take some kind of a risk in order to move into that. Now let's see the hindering factors. So we have here the Ace of Cups, which we kind of had on Canada's side. So that's usually indicates some emotional approach or a peace offering, or distrust, because right now it is in the hindering factor. So there might be here some kind of a initiation that might have been rejected, or there's definitely some kind of a mistrust, because this is a card of trust, and in the hindering factors there's definitely can be a sign of low trust. Now the next card is the Eight of Swords, which is generally a card that shows feeling restricted, feeling trapped, and feeling constraint or pressures. And generally, for me, this card is when we're seeing the situation worse than it is. Because we're overthinking it. So I think there's a lot of overthinking, there's a lot of emotional factors that are influencing, that are hindering the current situation between China and Canada. We also have the Two of Wands, which is a card of decision and planning and strategizing, when you kind of know that there's a lot that you are able to achieve, but certain things are holding you back, right? Whatever happened in the past is holding you back, or you're trying to hold on to something that's holding you back, or there's some kind of an uncertainty from a strategic point of view, but there's a decision that needs to be made. And I think they're really hesitant of making a decision in terms of how to move forward, because we've seen it. There's a lack of clarity. Let's look at the opportunities. The opportunity shows here the Six of Cups, which is a card of history, a card of the reconnecting with the past. So maybe they're able to find some common ground through nostalgia, something in the history, or previous agreements that can kind of help them to move past beyond the current chaotic situation. We also have here the Strength card, which shows that I think it is a card of power, resilience, patience, and kind of being brave, and self-confidence, and making moves that might surprise people. So I think they need to be a little bit braver, a little bit stronger in their approach, and have more confidence that they are able to create something. Now we also have here the Five of Pentacles, which is generally a card of challenges, the card of financial struggles and economical challenges or losses. So I think what this card kind of shows is an opportunity. So recognizing that both sides are vulnerable, and just kind of saying that, okay, you know what, this is not going to work for both of us, because we're going to lose out of it. So I think that kind of an approach might be a good foundation for something. So when you kind of look at all in all in terms of the opportunities, there's a genuine opportunity for rebuilding trust and find common roots and grounds and healing through empathy and compassion. Maybe this is kind of through mutual vulnerability that would be able to build some kind of a bridge between the two countries. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's an indication that you enjoy this reading, and you're also helping me to grow the channel to make sure that more people can see it. And definitely check out my other readings. I have quite a few country analysis that you can enjoy if you enjoy this video. I have political figures, but also I have regular readings that you're able to benefit from for your sign, from a money, career, and love and relationship perspective. And definitely put in the comments, where are you watching from? What do you think about the relationship between China and Canada? How things gonna evolve? But let's continue. The first card we have here is the Wheel, which indicates that change is inevitable. A turning point is coming, because this is a card of change. And it's a positive change, actually, because especially if things were going bad, and we have here like a lot of uncertainty, a lot of the Tower indicates shake-ups. So I think things are going to be turning well between the two countries. There's going to be some positive change. There's also here the Magician, which kind of shows that I think there's unlimited potential between the collaboration between Canada and China, and there's definitely, they have everything that they need. They have through will, skill, and communication, they're gonna be able to get through the difficulties that they've been having. And also we have here the Lovers, which is a very important a very important card of partnership. or a very important decision. So I think it is a very important decision that they need to make in terms of how this partnership will go. But I think something's going to be changing it positively if they kind of show that they have the willingness. And at the bottom of this deck, we do have the Ace of Pentacles, which actually shows an opportunity of a new beginning, a practical potential, like a stable offer, economic opportunity, or a grounded partnership. So I think all in all, if both parties choose wisely, there's a potential for renewal and co-creation and a lasting partnership. And obviously they are able to manifest something great here. So I think there's some great energies for the future, but I think the challenge is that there's lots of things are in shambles right now, as you could kind of see it. But I think the two countries will be able to resolve their challenges. So let me know what you thought about this reading, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be able to welcome you again.